Yes, Axel, the perils of rock and roll decadence. Perils of our own decadence here in this country. Um, as we looks like we're on the verge of economic collapse in the near future. You know, whether it's a year down the line or you know, if it's going to happen, you know, this fall with the stock market collapse remains to be seen. The bottom line is we're in a lot of trouble as a country, as a society, as a free society, somewhat free society still, and I mean it's so scary and it's so real, and most people don't even have a clue of what's about to happen. You know, the Federal Reserve is basically printing more money, buying up bad bank assets, you know, that maybe are worth 20 or 30 cents on a dollar, and they're paying them 60, 70 cents a dollar. And this all goes on the taxpayers' tab. The economy's shrinking. The deficit is increasing. You know, and the economy, just, you talk to your local businessmen and everything, and just everybody says it's so slow. And you know, even the government economic data has been really poor, and I mean, most of the markets are, you know, the only reason why they're even stable now is just because of the huge amount of manipulation and government intervention. It's just you know, now it's the summer and we're in August, and a lot of traders I'm talking to are wondering whether there's going to be a total collapse, you know, once the holidays is over, or whether or not it's going to be delayed. It's pretty much the big dilemma. It has nothing to do with fundamentals. Everybody knows that things are pretty bad right now. The question is, will this government try to prop this up some more? And the only way they're going to be able to do that is massive money printing, which Bernanke has said he will do. So right now we've been chopping around towards the lower end of the range. We may break it down, head to the 106 area on the SPY. Silver and gold markets today were silver was up a little bit. Gold was pretty much flat. It was down a little bit. I'm going to take a look at the silver market now. Okay, and here's the silver chart. As you see here, we did close up 1 penny, closed at $18 even. These moving averages are really, this is insane. They're all within a 6-cent range. The 18, the 45, and the 100. 18 crossed to 45. The 45 crossed. The 100's on top of everything, which it isn't good. But the 18 is above the 45, so it's not in complete bear mode. But I mean, it's just a matter of, you know, if we have a couple positive closes or a couple negative closes, it could send us one way or the other. It looks like this is building a base for a long period of time. It looks like it's a continuation pattern where it's going to eventually break up. As you see here, stochastic came down. When we had this pop up, the stochastic never crossed above 80, and then it turned back, and that's why we had this sharp reversal here, along with the market selling off. Silver's getting hit because it's an industrial metal. See here, the MAC came down, but you do have it got higher on the last move up than it did before. Now you guys see if it's going to bottom here. You do have a negative cross, but it is still above the 0 line. So you have the stochastic is 31 and 50. So tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. I mean, really, this market hasn't been that interesting. It's just been in a long consolidation pattern, and any time you think it's going to break one way or the other, it just you know pulls a reversal on you, and then it heads the other direction. Eventually, this is going to crack, and as you see here on the 1780 level or so is the last low. So we could be putting in a higher low here. We didn't put in a higher high, so we're in a channel here, and the bulls do not want to see that 1780 level get taken out right here where my pointer is. If that's the case, you could head back down to the 1750 area, and that could possibly send this market down instead of up. I think whichever way this breaks is going to be the direction it goes, and I think it's going to be to the upside. Go look at Pan American Silver. Actually, I'm going to try to look at the SLV, which is the ETF for silver, the 3-month hourly. And you can see a little better. You have a bull cross on the MACD here. Stochastic's coming up 37, 32 reading. This is the hourly, remember. Bollinger Bands look like they're, this top Bollinger Band is going to come down and contract. You did, just like on, in the silver, the 1780 level, we did make a higher low in here to 1747. Now we're, trying to break out, above this 1768 area now, and head back up and challenge the 1820, 1830 area. So you're in it. I think this is a bull continuation pattern. I'd like to see this break to the upside soon. These markets have just been churning back and forth pretty much the whole last month or two, and it's been very frustrating watching it go back and forth. But that's sometimes what happens in the summer trade, and a lot of everybody's kind of waiting to see what transpires over the next couple weeks, and a lot of people are on vacation, and it just kind of feels like calm before the storm. I mean, something's gonna break. We've been in a consolidation pattern for a while. Even I'm looking at the PAS hourly. PAS is the silver mining stock that I own. As you can see, the stochastic down here is very oversold on the hourly. You've had the histogram ticking up. Excuse me. The moving averages on this they're converging too. You got 45 is below the 100 by 1 penny, but otherwise they're in perfect bullish alignment. The 18 has been coming down because we've been trading last several hours have been below where it was. Looks like these Bollinger Bands, top Bollinger Band is going to come down. Maybe we'll get some consolidation and then a move up, being that it is kind of oversold and the histogram's been ticking up. I would expect that to happen. You had a negative DI cross over here, but you want to see this red line make a lower low over here. It could possibly happen. There's possibly a higher high here with the green line. You broke the uptrend line, which I drew, which is a little concerning, but you could be putting in another uptrend line right here. It's obviously the 23, the high 22 area is the major support. And the silver is coming. The stochastic is winding down, and the same thing is happening here on PAS daily. You got a 42 and 56 reading, so it's a little higher than the silver. MACD is above. The black is above the red, but it's still below zero. You had a negative histogram bar today. Volume was less than Friday's volume, so that's a good sign that the selling interest decreased. But we did head lower. We did stay we closed within the range of Friday, so that's a positive sign. Right now you have gold is down a little bit after hours, and silver is also down. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this tomorrow. And another thing to notice is that this stock is about to have a death cross if it doesn't reverse soon, which is not bullish, obviously. I just changed the 45 to the 50, and as you see here, the red line is the 50. It's 24.29, and the 200-day is 24.18. So that's going to cross to the downside if we trade below a few more days. You don't want to see that. So this market put in a higher high, potentially putting in a higher low here. So it's bullish, but it's very, very choppy trading just because of what the silver market's been doing. So going back and forth. I'm going to put this video up, and I'm going to try to do another one.